78 Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe, turn on your notification bell so we notified when I drop a new video. And if you're digging the video, go ahead and share this joint. Check it out, man. So, Gervonta Tank Davis got the streets a buzzing after tweeting, "Good luck to Monster Inoue, who has a fight coming up." By the time you see this video, the fight probably would have already happened whenever I upload it. But he made headlines, or in the YouTube streets by wishing Inoue good luck, which led to speculation from a lot of people that maybe Gervonta Tank Davis is plotting on Monster Inoue. Now, mind you, if you go back to my page, a year and a half ago, I've been talking about Monster Inoue and Gervonta Tank Davis was on a collision course because it didn't look like Tank wanted to move up, and Monster Inoue's people had mentioned Gervonta Tank Davis as a possible opponent in the future. All right, so I did a few videos about the possibility of that fight, and now while it was looking like all the other guys at 135 pounds have moved up with no success of getting the Gervonta Tank Davis fight. Devin Haney's moved up; he's going to 147. Teofimo Lopez is gone. The only person there is still at 135 is Shakur Stevenson, and I don't believe Gervonta Davis is going to fight him. There's no interest from his fans, no demand from his fans to fight Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson fans are not even demanding the fight. So I don't think that fight's going to happen, unfortunately. So Shakur Stevenson is probably going to end up moving up in weight to avoid having to face his friend Keyshawn Davis, who will probably conquer the lightweight division in a little while. So that leaves Gervonta Tank Davis without a dancing partner, but I'm sure he don't care. But a Monster Inoue, who's currently campaigning at 122 pounds, Tank Davis is at 135 pounds. Now, Tank posted, his last couple fights he posted, his walk-around weight was in the 130s, okay? He was like 139, 138. So he's been keeping himself in good shape. And he's in striking distance to make 135 or 130 pounds easy if need be. Leonard Ellaby famously said, Tank can make 30. Tank can still make 30. Tank can still make 130 pounds, right? And I believe him. I think Tank still can make 130 pounds if he wanted to make that weight. Reason why is when you look at Tank's physique, first of all, look at his walk-around weight the last year or two, couple years, he's been staying in shape. But when you look at Tank walk-around weight, not his walk-around weight, but you look at him on at the weigh-in, Tank hasn't been shredded. He hasn't been shredded in a long time. He still is holding on to some water. So in my opinion, if Tank Davis was to get with the right nutritional team who actually he was dedicated, he wanted to make 130 pounds, I think him versus Monster Inoue at 130 pounds would be an excellent fight. Monster Inoue campaigned at 122. He's a knockout artist, undefeated knockout artist. Tank Davis, undefeated knockout artist. And from what I heard from a very reliable source, that Monster Inoue, he said he knows this just from last year. He said he knows for a fact that Monster Inoue is walking around at 138 pounds. That's walking around weight. Okay, so if he was walking around at 138 pounds, now I don't know if he had boots on or nothing. I don't know all the details. But all I know is I was told he was walking around at 138 pounds. If that's the case, he's basically the same size as Tank. Tank might be naturally bigger than him, okay? But if Terrence Crawford can go up and fight Saul Canelo Alvarez, and he can dare to be great, and he can challenge himself, and if all these great pound-for-pound fighters throughout the past, like Roy Jones, can go up in weight and challenge himself, go up to heavyweight. Roy Jones started at 154, went all the way up to heavyweight. Okay, Manny Pacquiao, all these all-time greats, Floyd Mayweather, Henry Armstrong, right? Sam Langford, so on and so forth. All of them have done something great and historical. If you're going to tell me that Monster Inoue is pound-for-pound best fighter in the sport or the number 2 pound-for-pound best fighter in the sport, I expect him to continue to show his greatness by challenging himself. He's doing that. He's moving up through weight classes, and that's all good, okay? But it's nothing. I think he should go after the Gervonta Tank Davis fight because that, like I said, I think the fight breaks records. First of all, At least for Tank, it does. It's going to be the highest selling fight of his career in Inoue. I think that fight is going to draw in so much attention worldwide. It's going to be a global fight, okay? Because you got two knockout artists, two undefeated knockout artists. Tank Davis being an American, who everybody want to come see his fights. He laying everybody out. Then you got Monster Inoue from Japan. Everybody want to see him. So the money in America is going to be on Gervonta Tank Davis, and the money globally is probably going to be on Monster Inoue. Now that's a recipe for a blockbuster clash of the Titans. They should make it happen. And if Tank Davis can pull that off, if his people around him are smart enough to make that fight happen, it would be genius. It would be absolutely genius. And you know what's going to happen? I hate to say this, but I'm going to tell you something. If he pulls his fight off and he fights Monster Inoue sometime within the next year before he retires, if he can pull that off, I'm telling you right now, history is not going to remember that he didn't fight Devin Haney, that he didn't fight Shakur Stevenson. They're not going to care. I'm telling you what, they're not going to care. They don't care now. Boxing fans don't care now. So they're not going to care about that stuff. If he fights Inoue, and it's a good fight, he knocks out Monster Inoue, I'm telling you right now, they're going to look at Tank as a little man who did great things. He's going to be in that little man category. He's going to be a little man who did great things. He's not going to be considered one of the he's going to be in a different bracket. You see what I'm saying? He's not going to be considered like a lot of the other all-time greats that moved up in weight. They're going to consider Tank just a great little fighter, okay? And that's what he's probably going to end up being. Now, I personally would love to see Tank challenge himself and fight the best people in his weight class, like Shakur Stevenson, like the Keyshawn Davises of the world. If Tank is constantly bringing little guys from 130 pounds up to 135, where he has the advantage, he's already strong, he already knocked people out, and now he's bringing up a little guy. On top of that, it's just pretty much a guaranteed knockout. You know what I'm saying? So it's best if Tank, in my opinion, if he challenges himself by fighting the best guys out there. Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis are the best right now. Lomachenko, forget about Loma. Devin beat all the fight out of him. Loma don't want no more smoke with nobody. You know what I mean? He afraid of losing. He definitely don't want to retire, get knocked out. So Loma ain't gonna have nothing to do with that. With Gervonta Tank Davis, don't believe it. Okay. So with that, and Loma don't want nothing to do with Shakur Stevenson. So with that being said, the fight for Gervonta Tank Davis, if he's gonna stay at 135, he needs to fight Shakur. He needs to fight Keyshawn Davis. And if Monster Inoue is successful, by the time we see this video, if he's successful, his fight has already taken place, then Tank Davis versus Monster Inoue should happen at some point later this year. That's what should happen if he's not going to fight these other guys. And now look, every time I ask for Tank to fight somebody, they say, you just want to see Tank lose. You hate no Tank. So me wanting to see him fight Devin for 5 years, I'm hating on Tank somehow. Me wanting to see him fight Shakur Stevenson, who's still in his weight class, I'm still hating on Tank somehow. Me wanting to see him fight Keyshawn Davis, I'm somehow still hating on Tank. Okay, how about this? Tank is fighting little guys. How about fighting Monster Inoue at 130 pounds? Is that still considered hating by Tank fans? I'm just trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, or maybe I should just be quiet and let Tank do whatever it is he want to do, you know what I mean, while also praising him at the same time. Come on, fam. 78 Sports TV. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Smash that like button, share the video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if you're not already subbed. And above all things, make sure y'all go check out the Patreon. Patreon.com/78 Sports TV. That's Patreon.com/78 Sports TV. Going across the bottom of the screen to your left. Come on over there and get some of that good game. Holla at y'all in a minute. We're out of here. Deuces.